All right, today I'm going to talk about how to get the most out of your coffee. A lot of people drink coffee. It's very healthy. I drink it every day. I actually drink a lot of it. Start off with, this is not medical advice, so if you add any of this stuff, make sure that your doctor approves of it and it's okay for you to consume. So anyways, like I said, I drink a lot of coffee. Coffee is a bitter. It's very good for your liver. Lots of other health benefits, polyphenols. It actually has some naturally occurring fiber. So really good for you. They've shown life extension properties of drinking coffee, and I'm just going to show you how to kind of supercharge it. So first of all, I generally get like a less expensive coffee, but I get whole bean, and I grind it myself. There's some issues with potential molds and things like that in coffee, and I just think there's a little bit less risk of it with whole bean. Now, you can get a mold-free coffee. You can get a tested coffee. They're a lot more expensive. And if you want to spend your money on that and, your health's really important to you, great. For me, I'm not as concerned with it. I've actually had some mold issues in the past, but consuming mold orally is not really what causes mold issues. It's more breathing it in. So I'm a little less concerned with that stuff, but if I'm kind of going crazy and I really want to make sure that everything's on point, I will get a mold-free coffee. But for me, whole bean is just better than a ground coffee, because that has a lot more surface area, a lot more susceptibility to things like mold and stuff like that. So anyways, I add some things to my coffee, and it's just kind of an efficiency thing. Any of these things could be taken separately, but it's really easy to put it in your coffee. It's easy to get it, kind of in the morning. So the first you've probably seen before, it's collagen peptides. A lot of people add this to their coffee. It's great for your skin. It's a good source of glycine, which is one of the most anti-inflammatory amino acids out there. That's why it's good for your skin. There's a lot of good things that glycine does in your body, and most people are glycine deficient. So I try to get 20 grams of that in my coffee every day. Another thing, I don't add this to generally my first pot of coffee because I like my coffee to taste good. This is a bitter also. It just makes my coffee taste a little bit differently. I don't mind it so much, but in the morning I want that, that genuine coffee taste, so I don't add this until usually if I'm making a pot later in the day. But moringa tea is one of the healthiest things that you can consume. It has some antihistamine properties. It has a ton of polyphenols. It has anti-inflammatory benefits. It's good for insulin sensitivity. It activates the NRF2 pathway, which is one of the best detox pathways in your body. And it's a bitter too, so it's also good for your liver. And it doesn't change the taste that much. So like it's very bearable as far as what the taste ends up being, but it's amazing. It's amazingly healthy, and you can drink moringa tea separately if you want to do that. I just find it more efficient. I take so many supplements and I do so many things for my health that if I can combine these things together, it makes my life a lot easier and a lot more efficient. So moringa tea, I'll just kind of put it on top of my ground coffee in the coffee maker and let it percolate through, and you can definitely taste it. One of the other things that I use, and this you want to be a little bit careful with, but it's inulin. So I make a lot of probiotics. I make a lot of yogurts and stuff like that, do you call it yogurt? Do you call it a probiotic? Whatever, I don't care. But it has a yogurt consistency. I make it with dairy generally. And inulin is usually the food for those probiotics. So, of course, if inulin is going to feed those probiotics and I'm putting them into my body, maybe providing my body with some more food for the good bacteria is a good thing. Now, if your gut is not balanced, if you have some microbiome issues, you want to be careful with this, and you'd probably want to kind of ramp it up slowly, just to make sure that you're not going to have any gas, any bloating, any discomfort or anything like that. But anyways, I put inulin in my coffee. It doesn't really affect the flavor too much, and it's a nice way to get a little bit of extra prebiotic fiber that's really good for me. One of the other things that I use as far as fiber goes, I really like this fiber supplement. It's called FiberMend by Thorne. It's got arabinogalactin, pectin, some green tea stuff, partially hydrogenized guar gum, and I just find it to be a really good, pretty gentle probiotic. Thorne makes really, really good products. This one, you want to be careful. I don't put a lot of it in my coffee because it'll really thicken it up, and it does have a flavor. But I'll put it in like a half a cup, like just a little bit, just to get that fiber benefit. I eat a pretty high meat diet. So I do supplement a little bit with fiber because I do think gut health is really important. And the last one, I've seen some people doing this more recently, but the last one is creatine. I'm taking 20 grams of creatine per day right now. So I try to get 10 grams in my coffee in the morning. 20 grams is kind of what the research is saying is really good for brain health right now. 5 grams is more of the workout dosage, but 20 grams is what people are taking for brain health, because you have to kind of get past that point where it can start to get across the blood-brain barrier, I guess. I don't know if that's true, but I'm making that up. Anyways, that's what the research says, and so I put creatine in my coffee. However you choose to consume coffee, it's good for you, unless you have a medical issue that makes it so caffeine might be bad for you. But coffee is generally pretty healthy. A lot of people drink it, and there is a lot of research suggesting that it lengthens life. So here's a couple ways that you can improve the health benefits of your coffee pretty easily, and hopefully this helps you out.